Yeah, well, there we go. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I had this backdrop and I was like, whoa, look at the backdrop. It's amazing. It's all yellow and orange. Yellow. Little hints at blonde privilege going on. It's yellow. You can find a conspiracy wherever you want. Alright, crisis averted. Everything's okay. We're going to be fine. Just a 12-minute delay. Just get to go 5 miles an hour for the next mile. Ah. See? That's math. The thing I don't believe in. That's amazing. Just did it right there. Some of you are like, what do you mean that's math? Well, oh, what's 60 divided by 5? I don't know. You'll figure it out. I'm gonna stop insulting your intelligence. It's not fair. Really not fair at all. Let's go back to utopian basic income. For context sake, go ahead and watch part 1 if this is your first introduction to me talking about the utopian basic income. So where I left off, we're talking about one of the opportunities is to distribute the $35-ish thousand per person. The problem is, over the course of 90 plus years in a lifetime, that's peanuts. But here's the crux of my argument. Once everyone on the planet has $35,000, okay, there's no more bargaining power. All value has been neutralized by the distribution of wealth. Because obviously, the way that companies operate is the more money they have and the more power they have, the more they charge for their product or service. So if we're talking about a bullet, an egg, a computer, a car, a heart transplant, what's another good thing? A house, a jet, a boat, an aircraft carrier. I mean, a battle cruiser. Okay? They're all worth the exact same amount because everybody has the same amount of money. Okay? It doesn't have to make sense. Okay? It's my opinion. It's all that matters. Okay? So my point is, when everybody has the same amount of money, everything that has value instantly is neutralized to the exact same value level. And with that, it means that $35,000, $3, $1 trillion, or nothing in everybody's pockets is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Because if everybody has the same amount, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. Which is really beautiful. It's really beautiful if you think about it. What this means is that everybody is pretty much permanently equal. There's no getting ahead. There's no need. There's no keeping up with the Joneses. There's no need. Because everybody has the same. You're like, well, wealth, and you talked about people had to sell everything, so that means there's no ownership of anything anymore, whether it be a ring on your finger or the home that you used to live in, and everybody is just running around unclothed, with nothing to their name. Exactly. Everybody's equal. Well, in that case, how do you determine who gets the 19-bedroom house and the 1-bedroom efficiency? And how do you determine where people live? And how do you determine what jobs people have? Because that was obviously a form of their wealth, was just their status in a company. Everything has been stripped from everything, and You've instantly put everybody back into the caveman days, basically, is what you're saying. I'm gonna cough. Ah. Yeah. I had to do that because you made me feel uncomfortable. I even have a leftist tear out of the left eye. Almost wet. Oh, there we go. There's liquid. Liquid on my finger from my left eye. Oh, it hurts. It hurts because we're not living in a world where people just believe everybody. My plan is perfect, guys. My plan is perfect. Just let me keep going, okay? Just let me keep going. All right. So here's my point. Take the $300 trillion and give it to the government. You're like, well, which one? Guys, the only one. The United Nations. The United Nations, guys. It's the only one. It's the only one that's won. That's my point. That's my point. It's the only one that's won. Sometimes the slower lane is the one that actually has throughput traffic, and the one that's going faster is the one that's going to have to merge later on. The reason that the slow lane is slow is because people are merging into it, trying to use the logic I don't believe in to determine which lane I should be in. It's really difficult because I don't believe in logic. Okay, utopian basic income, guys. Give the $300 trillion to the United Nations. Okay, give the $300 trillion to the United Nations. Let them figure it all out, because government is always the answer. They're smart and stuff. Well, there's smart people outside of the government. Hey, if that's the case, why aren't they in the government? They're like honestly, they're like a criminal. The fact that they're not working for the government, if they're smart, they should probably be arrested for dishonoring humanity. I don't know. It's an opinion. It's fully established. It's all that matters. Opinions. All right. So, I mean, it's how I feel about it. Even more importantly than an opinion, it's my feelings. And we all know, undeniably, I mean, you could deny if you want, that it just depends on your feelings. That's your feelings. But my feelings are undeniable. And if anybody disagrees, I hope that one day they will woke up. Everybody needs to woke up. Continue to climb the mountain of wokeness. I'm going to name that as a place. We'll do that. The mountain of wokeness. It's good. It's a good one. All right, so still a little choked up from the idea, from your opinions against my utopian basic income. It's hurtful. I do get my healings. My healings get hurt every now and then. Did I say feelings get hurt? I'll correct myself. So, universal basic income. So the question kind of goes back to what a lot of you would bring up, because as per the usual, I know what you're thinking. I'm still trying to get over your insults. It's painful. Okay, so I'm gonna be okay as long as I believe in myself. There's another one of my phrases. Okay. So, the question comes down to the one that you're thinking about. That's trade. What does trade mean? Everybody can't have everything at the same time, right? So we have to find a way We have to find a way to allow people to have the things that they need. There's things that people want, and there's things that people need. What my suggestion would be is that we destroy everything. Like, obviously, it's completely... People have just completely lost their minds. I'm going to change this lane. It's just going to be the worst decision ever. Nobody needs a 435 bedroom house if they live there all alone. Well, the argument to that is, well, what if they're the curator and it's a museum and a historical landmark? History doesn't matter, guys. Like, I can destroy any argument you throw at me. It just doesn't matter. And if I can't come up with some good reason, I'll just call you names. So you better watch out for that. So it's amazing. I think there was a squirrel. I think that's what's happening. I see no evidence of any rationale as to why we're still traveling. Up to 12 miles an hour. 1/5 of the speed limit. That's amazing. That's amazing. Maybe you're going to think back to the other math from before. Oh, okay. I see the problem. A tractor trailer that's not where it should be. I mean, the tractor trailer is not floating in the air, but the tractor trailer is not in a position that he should be in. He is straddling the entire median. Not good. Not good. It's a good reason that everybody's going so slow, because our paths of traffic are perfectly clear, but everybody's slowing down out of respect. Out of respect. Let's delay things by 15 minutes. The tractor trailer did a no-no. He's stretched wide across the median, blocking the other side of the road. Not blocking our side of the road whatsoever. There's at least a 3-foot clearance between him and us, but he by far is so disrupting our flow. It's not his fault. I mean, it's not his fault that he jackknifed. I don't know. It looks like the dude was trying to take a U-turn. I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's not now we see the evidence of he got what? What? I don't. What? I'm trying to logically understand how those two vehicles were in the position they were in. What? How did... How? I don't get it. This is a highway. We're all going one direction. How? What? How do you... What? All right. I'll think about that later. That's going to be an exercise for my brain for the next 8 hours after I finished the video. You're like, how rude! How rude! You were trying to solve the world's problems with the utopian basic income. How rude! All right. So my point is, destroy everything. The roads, the homes, the cars. It's all meaningless. It's only virtue signaling. It's only hate. It's only privilege. We need to destroy all of the symbols that have been symbols of oppression for an uncountable number of years, especially if we don't believe in math. Uncountable. Okay? So just disintegrate everything. Turn the world back to the way it was before we started changing it. Okay? And then money isn't really a problem. We all know that money causes all of the world's problems, obviously. So if we just take money out of the equation, we would be living on a planet in perfect peace and harmony. Because people never have problems with other people based on, like, anything except for money. It's all about the money. It's all about money. So as long as we can see, forget trying to make everybody on the same level, socialism and Confucianism and capitalism, and why do people like capital letters so much? You need lowercase letters too. So the whole capital thing, that's so weird. That's really elitist, in my opinion. Which, again, it's my opinion. Capitalism is so elitist. Okay, it's so elitist because everything's a capital. You can't have all capitals. It doesn't. I mean, the Greeks did that. They did that when they wrote out their language. They typically wrote in all caps. How? I mean, when somebody, you typically think somebody's a serial killer when they write in all caps. All caps? Seriously? Not in chat. I mean, that's just like trolls and stuff. I'm talking about like a letter. They're like writing all caps, and it's like, they hold their pencil like this. It's like, whoa, buddy, hey, you all right there? And they're just like, money. Money's my problem, right? That's something like that. I don't know. Money causes all the problems, obviously. That's probably why people wrote in all caps, especially in Greek society. There was lots of money issues there. Just, I mean, the discrepancy in the Greek society. There was elite people, and then there was like plebes or whatever. I don't know. So take it all away. Get rid of it. There could be no arguing at that point. When we have all the same stuff, which is like, I mean, think about it. I've done the math. The current rate, amount of land that every human on the planet could have of arable land, and think about that. It's good seasons, guys. Good seasons. If you have arable land to your name, that means you're probably not going to have to freeze to death. Yeah. So anyway, stay away from me. Tractor trailers are crazy. But it's money. It's just money. That's why tractor trailers are crazy. It has to do with money. Cause of all the problems. How weird. All right. Oh yeah. I mean, go right ahead. You obviously want to get over. Yeah. All right. So take everything away. Give everybody their 1.2 acres. You do the math. It's always changing. Or don't do the math. Just make it up. As long as you feel that it's the right number, it's fine. So give everybody their land. And there's literally no more fair way to do it. Then when somebody turns their land into something that's beautiful, and then like somebody over here does nothing with their land and they just kind of lay down in it, and then if they see somebody next to them in the other land that has built this beautiful home, like Swiss Family Robinson style, like they chop down the trees with their bare hands, and because we destroyed everything. Just remember that. We destroyed everything. I really don't like tractor trailers. Maybe it's because it's got to be the money. Can't be because they outnumber my size by fourfold or fivefold. And like a mosquito that could just squash me into the side of the wall. has nothing to do with that at all. At all. Okay. So when the guy laying down in the field is like, but they have a beautiful home, I want to go live in it. I thought everything was supposed to be fair. So there's a way to solve that, okay? What we do is we just reset the clock, okay? We're just going to reset the clock every single, every year, right? So just destroy the world every year, and then it's even. And then whatever you can do in that 1 year is practice for the next year, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year. So what we're doing there is we're just leveling the playing field so that all those people that complain about people that have more skills than them, it makes it all equal. Does that make sense? It makes it all equal. I'm just a little baffled about momentum and math, and obviously, because it doesn't exist. That's why it's so confusing sometimes. Alright, so I know the utopian basic income is kind of, what are you gonna do? You distribute the wealth out there, and then money becomes meaningless. That's one thing. You give it all to the United Nations and let them run everything. I still think that whether or not they have $300 trillion or $0, it doesn't really matter. As long as we're all even, no government, no leadership, no families, no anything that makes you look different, functionally different is what I mean specifically. We're not talking about hair color here. Could go there, but I don't want to, because that's just not my opinion. That opinion is separately from the idea of utopian basic income. They both start with a U, just like you. The conversation yesterday regarding life is death. My point there was that you are the most important thing. It's all about you. It's all about you. The letter U, it shows up. U is in the letter U. U is in the letter U. U is in the word U. Think about that. It's a mind bender. U is in you. It's amazing. U is in UN though. U is in United. You. It's an important thing. What could be more important than you? I don't know. Maybe somebody out there has an idea. If that's their opinion, then that's their opinion. But as far as I can tell, you. It's all about you. So that should be one of the most loving things I probably ever say on my monologues, is that it's all about you, and that's lovely. You are you, and you is in the word beautiful. It's like you. Just read one of those chocolate foil wrappers with the lovely you messages. They literally tell you every time that it's all about you. It's all about you. All about you. All right. We'll wrap this up with a phrase. I did do the believe in yourself. That one just seems too simple. Believe in yourself. Believe in you. You know, I did the one where I said everything is possible. You can do anything. Believe in yourself. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and explain what might be wrong with the word, with the phrase, believe in yourself. Maybe, hypothetically, this could be a problem. I'm just sharing my opinion. Okay? Or not. Maybe I'm sharing the opposite of my opinion. Just in my defense, this could be the opposite of my opinion, too. Okay? Or both. Could also be both. Okay? So, believe in yourself. We'll go out on a limb and say that it's possible to not believe in yourself because you already know yourself. Like, if you're so far gone mentally that you have to believe in yourself, you might have a problem. You might have a problem. If you're so far gone that you have to believe in yourself, believe that you are you, we already know that you're the most important thing. You would have to not believe that you're the most important thing to have to believe in yourself. So, therefore, anybody that has to believe in themselves, that's rough. That means that they don't believe that they don't think that they are the most important thing. Something like that. I think I might be confusing myself too, which is impossible because everything is everything. I think there's a rap song. So everything is everything. I think it's in a rap song somewhere. This is incredible. All right. So, here's my point. When people say believe in yourself, let's get serious for a minute. What could they possibly mean when they say believe in yourself? I think it goes back to my other phrase. My famous phrase that you all have quoted now for thousands and millions and trillions of times because it's so great. All those phrases are trying to say, including this one, you can do a lot more than you think you can. Quote worthy. You can do a whole lot more than you think you can. You can do a lot more than you think you can. That's mine. I did that. Me. I am the most important thing in the universe. It's me. You are the most important thing. Everybody is mutually, conclusively the most important thing. It's mutually conclusive. If that's a thing. It's something. Everything is everything. Something is something. Equal is equal. So believe in yourself, really, on a very serious note, outside of opinion, something that may or may not exist, that there's something more important than opinion. I don't know that. As long as I categorize that as my opinion, that there's something more important than opinion and feelings, as long as I categorize that under feelings, we're good. So, we're good. Don't get nervous. We're still good. We're fine. It's okay. We're going to be fine. So, believe in yourself is really just another way of saying you can do a lot more than you think you can. That's my phrase. You can do a lot more than you think you can. But it's so simple. I know. It doesn't have to be complex or wishy-washy or any of that. It just needs to be, I would say the word truth, but we all know how dirty the word truth is, so we don't try not to use that word too much, because the truth confuses people. So that's why we don't want to talk about it very much. In general, try not to. Probably for the best. I mean, that water is as smooth as ice. And by ice, I mean glass. That's what I meant to say. As smoothness on that. I mean, could you a jet ski on a perfectly smooth surface of water? Oh, I can't imagine. Literally, I'm just drawing a blank. I can't even see anything in my brain. It's amazing. It's just great. It's great. Everything is everything. All right, so believe in yourself. Why is that phrase so terrible? Because you shouldn't have to believe in yourself. I mean, I'm right here, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. I just remembered. Objective reality doesn't exist unless you think it does. I got it. So believe in yourself has nothing to do with correcting something. It's just like, oh, you forgot. Because objective reality doesn't exist, and I can't be sure all of the time that I am here, I must remind myself that I exist. It makes more sense now. We can mark that one off of the list. Believe in yourself is fine. Perfectly fine. Believe in yourself is just a reminder that you exist. It has nothing to do with my amazing saying, you can do a lot more than you think you can. It's great. It's great, great, great. Yep. Well, I just don't know what else I have to say to you. I could say that you are you. I could say that you are you. I could say everything is everything. I could say believe in yourself.